How's it going? I'll turn it down a little bit. Do you like it? It's my favourite thing I've ever impulse purchased. Ever. It's like, it's just anytime we win something, we're just like, pip, pip. I wasn't expecting. So how's everybody's day? Do you know what it is though? It's really itchy. Like, just because it gets the little bit of skin in your nose. And I'm glad you're better now. Who is this charming gentleman? I've never been called that in my life. Gentleman, yes. Charming, no. I'm going to have too much fun with this. So, today, tonight, this evening, we are playing Mordor. It's going to be Pip Pip Cheerio, darling. So excited. Should we continue where we left off? It's a weird wiggle. I'm going to go out like this. And I'm not going to say anything. And I'm going to, like, purposely be very vigorous when speaking to people. Just see what happens. Right, anyway. Surprise. Let's do this. Onward. Best part is that, hang on if I... Oh no, it's wonky. Can't have a wonky moustache. Oh, I've just made it wonkier. Hello. Working and lurking. I appreciate the lurk. I also appreciate the lurk from Mr. Maxwell. I did notice that. I just didn't say anything because I forgot. You need to stream when I'm not working. Well, I'm sorry, but that would be convenient for you, and I'm not about that life.
Unacceptable condition! Unacceptable!
It's just tough shit, my man. Right. I am hoping that this I've put the new graphics card in. I'm hoping it actually works. When I was testing this out, after like 5 minutes, it started cutting. I'm really hoping that doesn't happen, or I will be forced to end stream, swap graphics cards, and begin again. I'd rather not do that. Bit of a hassle. Anyway, for Frodo. Was there anyone we were specifically targeting? A couple. Why is he highlighted? He's part of the main mission.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Yeah, he did, because he pissed us off, and we're gonna fuck him up. Ugh. Right? So, and yes, I am going to sit the entire stream with this fabulous thing in my face. I feel like there are more. That's unfair. But so be it. Well, he's not anywhere near where we are, and he's apparently part of the main story. So, Grublik. Let's go see Grublik. See if we can pop his clogs, eh? 73% chance to recover full health when hit streak reaches 30. Well, Chances of hit streak reaching 30. Slim. But we'll try it. I just want to get rid of the dots, if I'm honest. Oh, there you go. Hang on, hang on. Right, done. Next. I know, super fun. I can hear it occasionally cutting out, and it's pissing me off already. Gonna set up my stream. Have a good one. I'm a lurk. Not a problem. Thank you very much. I appreciate the look. I will be lurking in yours. Good chap. Right, 1 point. What does this button do? Oh. Triples hit strikes gained on well-timed attacks. I'll say well-timed attacks I'm not massively good at. Double charge. When your hit streak is charged, you can perform 2 special attacks instead of 1. What's this one? Chain Shadow Strike. Ooh. That one might be good. Okay, that one will be very helpful. I may go for that. When your hit streak is charged, press this and this to attack stun. What? Don't read the fucking thing and then you'll know what it says. Oh, no. Right, so we're gonna go for quick draw because a quicker charge time would be fabulous, darling. Fabulous. Right. Ooh, we have a few points. Okay. So we'll get that. We'll get that. And then we don't have enough points. Okay, fine, fuck you. Rude. But we can put more runes on now, so at least there's that. So we'll go back. Ooh, excuse-moi. Right. Equip. Recovers +5 on health, on headshots. I'm sure I've got to focus on headshots already. No, I'm quite happy with my mice and my nostrils, thank you. They keep me warm in the winter. Hello there, how are you? Welcome in. Sure, I've just realised I've been very naughty and I haven't done any shouties. I do apologise, because that is just disgusting behaviour on my part. And then it has the audacity not to work. Do you know what I mean? Fucking honestly. Making me look stupid in front of my friends. Right, so while that one didn't work, we will try that one again in a second.
아모가스.
I agree. I haven't named them yet. They have not been named. They are just the facial decoration. Is this going to work this time? Come on. Oh. We're having issues. Get some tissues. We're having issues. Right. So do I have that one? See, I knew I had one. Puppy! Is this the puppy? Is this the puppy? think this is the puppy. I think someone got a shock. We'll try once more for Mr. Mike. No idea what that one is. No, no.
Go
Fucking good show.
on my way. Please tell me there's a lot of them. Oh yeah, jumping. There was a lot of them. Yeah, fire. Boom!
I'm just gonna go for the health.
I was like,
Well done. I applaud. Da 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 dee 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 dee. Let's have a look. See. I'm not big on branding, however I may put that one on and do the brand thing. Ooh, actually no, we'll do that. That's good, that's good. Right. And they can, whatever. Are you ready? Oh. It's good, isn't it? Wiggle, wiggle. Lots of explosions going on. Ooh. Ooh. I don't think I can take over that one. It's a bit big. Tap to shadow strike. No, pet, I'm good. Right, we need to go this way. How far this way do we need to go? Not that far. Hold key to unlock the true power of the Ringmaker. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let's do this. Yeet. Rather spiffing landing. Right. There we go. I didn't forget the buttons, you did. Who are you? Chances of us dying? Very high. Very, very high.
Lady Marwyn.
I don't think Lady Marwyn's at home.
You are not done yet. How did you know where to find this?
He has shown me.
You haven't told me what you want in return.
Only that you learn what you are truly capable of. Find an orc leader, make him a war chief, and all his soldiers will be yours.
But where am I to lead this army of mine?
Bring them to me, and I will show you.
She looks very Gollum. Just saying. Not a judgment, just an
Marwyn said to
observation.
bring her an army.
We shall not build an army. We shall command one.
We'll need to find Uruk captain to dominate and make our own.
There is a slave idea here named Grublik.
Ah,
We'll
that's
let him
why
serve our
Grublik.
cause.
Bet. Right, so I need one more green and two more.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm.
One second.
Calm down.
Hi, everybody. Well, that song needs to change, doesn't it? Hello, how is everyone? Welcome in. How was your stream, G? G? Not G, naughty. How's everybody doing? Thank you. I appreciate you very much. So, welcome in, everyone. For those who don't know who I am Panda Pop. I love this. It's so nice. We play RPGs, not very well, but we're not here for good gameplay. We're here for we're here for wonky mustaches. I felt that, and I've just wonked it again. I'm new to the mustache game. Okay, give me a break. Honest, I am new. I know it's like most women say that, but I mean it. Good day, good songs, good people. Good. I am glad. This is kind of irritating now. Is it good? Right. So yeah, sorry. We're not good gameplay, but we're fun gameplay. We're currently playing Mordor, if you couldn't see it. Need to get you a proper beard. I know. This song is a banger. Thank you. I didn't know what one was on because I forgot I left my Spotify playlist on, so we could have like came back to anything. Has everybody had a good time? Is everyone doing okay this evening or daytime, depending on your time zone, obviously? Need to get you a shout out, Guy. Do I have you set up yet? Yeah, I'm on it. Ooh. So what would be tonight's top song that you have had?
She played it once and it was amazing. Oh, that's right. She's got that that thing. Yeah. See, if I went to Vegas, Skip, and this goes for everybody else in chat, I would get arrested. I would get arrested.
I probably would. If I'm honest. I don't want to talk about how or why. Because honestly, there's so many different options as to how or why I'd get arrested. But yeah. Oh, okay. Are we ready for some more Mordor? We're doing a spiffing job. We haven't even started. But we will do a spiffing job. And of course, a sleep token song begins, and now I want to stay and listen to it. But that's tough shit. Get mugshots for our stream. That would be the best profile pictures ever. Your Las Vegas mugshots. I'm wearing this, mind. It's probably why I get arrested. You have to really try to get arrested in Vegas because people are way more crazy than anything normal people do. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Anyway, onward! So, we're going to find this guy. Grublik, the Flogger. Probably gonna die. It's all gonna be fun. Let's hunt some orc. Oh, it's a great thing. Right. I may forget some of the buttons.
The leader of
One of our...
slaves will need her dead first. She's growing.
What's the buttons? Ah, I'll do.
Where there are slaves to be tortured, we will find this captain.
Boop. Let's get some info on some of these. Who are you? Takra the Massive. Nice. Frustrated at his hunger and not being allowed to eat a slave. Okay. Nice chap. Panda. Pop. Right. Ooh, 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 ooh. I do love me a detonation. Oh. Da, da, da. I missed the plant. Whole bloody thing I went on about this, but oh no, don't you start. Oh, don't you start with me. So, I was saying earlier, I've put a new graphics card in. No, not graphics card, capture card. But it kind of chops and changes whether it wants to actually play the game or just be a douche. So we're hoping it behaves itself. I love how the sound cut out just as I said. I'm hoping it behaves itself. Fills me full of confidence, that does. Because if it doesn't behave itself, I'ma have to, like,
I can slash anything and everything.
stab you in the face. That may not have been his face. Oh, excuse me, itchy moustache. Right, that one's down there. That one's on our level.
Nipping at my legs, but I just kicked it away and he got scared.
So yeah, if it does misbehave, I'll just have to end stream, plug in the old capture card, and bish bash bosh.
Captain says he wants to strip bare so we never run out of supplies. Says the only thing green he wants to see is a rotten corpses and dead slaves.
Surely, I was gonna say, surely we can get this person. Oh, he's branded. That means he's mine. Oh. But we can gain intel. We want this one. Zugog Orlisa. Getting a headache because he hasn't hurt something recently enough. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Did I just throw him off a cliff? Okay, let's go. Nice kitty. I can just see the Caragor sign just beside us. The nice kitty. And oh, plant. Well, there's lots of them over there. Or don't use the zip line. That's fine. Zip lines are overrated anyway, right? All orcs must die. Yes, they must. Hello, how are you? Ooh. Climb, climb. Had to check the mail. Was there anything interesting?
They've been rolling around here forever. He's sick. And if the boss says he's out there, he's out there.
I'm good, just cracking on with the day. Drinking green tea with lemon and honey. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Hey! I wasn't done. Motherfucker. Come back. No, fine, don't. I'm fucking the buttons up anyway. Is there a tower close to here? I'm sure there was a tower close to here. Ooh, who are you?
Grublik.
Grublik. Fabulous. Let's go see Grublik. To dominate a captain, do that, then that. Ooh. Yeah, I'd say they probably shit themselves. Yeah, they did, because I'm a scary mofo. That was painful to say. There will be an ad break in 45 seconds, just so you know. I am dropping frames, something not right. I may have to get rid of our little friends on the screen for now. See if that helps. Because I want to use the new card. I will swap to the old one if I have to. And come back. Ads in 4 seconds, just so you know. See you soon. It's a... oh, is NZT something? Capture card. But I think it's because the laptop, it's not a laptop, the PC's a little bit old. So, I don't think it likes everything running at once. Hey, yo! How you doing? Grand. Good.
Time to make you
Oh, nope.
You. I promise you this.
Something like that.
Suffering.
I've got to try and not kill him. I promise nothing.
Can't get us all, fool. You fight. Protect your head, fools!
Good, that's the one I wanted dead. Next. Oh! No, 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 no. No, no. Give, grab, mine. Right. Dominate. That's the one I wanted. Command. Captain is now under your control. You can create a power struggle mission by sending him to murder another captain. If command against war chief captain will attempt to become his bodyguard. Ooh. Okay. Go be a good boy.
It is done.
Ha!
We
Murder.
must now make this captain a bodyguard.
Yes,
If he is ever to be a
murder.
war chief.
It is from first strike of thunder that is soon born a storm.
It says there's... Oh, is he up there? He's not very good. I'm fucking standing here. Nope. Nope. That one.
I thought I heard something.
Boop. Right. So if he's over there... I need to unlock some of these on the way. Unlock that. And then go to that power struggle. Welcome back from the ads, everyone. We managed to command a captain. And now we're going to try and make him useful. At least one of us will be useful. Because one of us can't remember the fucking buttons.
I saw the Grey Hawk.
Oh, yeah.
And with flaming footprints in his wake. Wasn't the
Da, 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 da. Hello, Neo. How are you? You must ask me a question. By all means, ask away. I love this thing. Oh, excuse me. Thanks. I'll shave it for later. Well played. Well played. So how you doing? How's your night going? I need to get the keyboard.
God's call.
I was not expecting this.
Across the sea, a pale moon rises.
To go with the combat. I love it. Love it. It's like we're gonna have a nice, calm, chill song in the background and we're gonna fuck shit up. I applaud. Well done. While I'm here.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It feels so good. Forgive me, my...
Well, that went from one extreme to the next, didn't it? As long as everybody was having fun, that's what counts, you know what I mean? So. Ah, that one tickled a bit. Let us continue. Right, we'll go there in a minute. I want to get this tower first.
Why is it the cook's been feeding us nothing but spider soup?
Because he's probably only got spiders to cook. Just saying. Running late today, I'll be lurking momentarily. It's nice to finally have you in chat. I will be sure to lurk when you are up and running. And it was nice singing. I only sing in the shower for an audience of the cat or the dog, depends on who followed me in.
These towers push away the darkness.
Or the housemate when I forget that she's in and I start like proper pop idol in the kitchen. You know, you got to pop idol in the kitchen. It almost turned into kick stream for a moment. Kick stream? I can feel this going all wonky in my face. It's very distracting. Isn't kick basically... I'm probably going to have so many people going "Rrr" at this, but isn't kick basically the same as TikTok? Twitch? TikTok, really? Twitch? Like... Yeah. I could be wrong. I don't use it. TikTok's icky. TikTok is icky. I am one that doom scrolls on a night time, though I can't help myself. It's like Twitch, but kind of lawless at the moment. Oh, okay. So is that where all the hot tub bitches are going? Or anyone that wants to show... Is it hip? Potentially knee? Maybe it's a bit of ankle, like a proper little harlot. A nice lady dancing one day on Kick told me the lights she used. So I named my lights Uwu lights. I want Uwu lights. What are Uwu lights?
Stand with me, or suffer under me. Go away, I serve another.
His choice of words are very questionable.
Eliminate all those who challenge him.
Oh, Tay! If I don't miss. Who else? No. Get up. Stupid.
And we are his invisible ally.
A shadow who stays close and sees all. That is the Elven way.
Next time I'll get you.
Yeah, you will. Yes, you will. Big lights I used to stream. Oh. Am I meant to just Okay.
Stand by my side, or lay down at my feet. I reward your ambition with my last.
I think I'm getting the hang of it.
Our captain fights for us well.
Through my will, he steers these Uruks of Mordor.
Yes, of course, dear. Nope. Okay. I sing anytime I'm alone. And that was a request from a struggling community member. Best of luck with the games. Have a great stream. My lurk is with you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Oh, that means I will also be lurking. Hang on. Set up the phone. Because the laptop's over there and I forgot to plug in the mouse. That's the one. I get there eventually, you know, honestly. It takes a hot minute. Or 5. But we do get there. We do. Right, okay. Let's go.
I suppose it was my imagination.
Yes, it was.
My fighting sword to you.
Can we get the... No.
We'll pay with their blood. To red swords.
Yeah! For Frodo!
May we die last. We fight for true Uruk.
Now that we have our hunter, let us stalk our prey.
Are we done now? Yeah. Skill. Reach the vantage point without raising the alarm. Fuck. Okay.
The war chief has chosen our captain.
And he has chosen death. A great advantage will ready us for this battle.
Stay down.
Listen to them. Vile, savage beasts.
And we shall harness and command their savagery.
What do you think it is? Who knows and who cares? Whatever. The killer couldn't see it.
Shank, 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 shank. Yeah. Stab it. That went well. Run. Get up.
I ain't worried about Grey Walker turning any of you against me. I can take a lot of you with my eyes closed. Have one arm behind my back.
I'm sure you can, random orc.
The war chief always has bodyguards by his side. The Grey Walker must be me.
Dun 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 dun.
It sickens me.
Da-da.
I lost my family to this evil.
Panda has adopted the stabbing make happy.
Turning
Yes,
the
I
evil
have.
against itself.
The Queen is right. We are wise to use the Uruk's
So that
ruthlessness
one's up
against
there,
them.
and we need to go up now. Is there a puppy anywhere close? Nope, that's not a puppy. That's a fire. Right. Bonjour, madame. How are you? Welcome in. Okay, so we've got that one. Haha, puppy.
Not gonna happen, maggot. I'm gonna be the one.
Well, until I can release that puppy, I'll just get some more in. Nice distraction. Really? You're not gonna go and help them? No? Fine. That's just rude. Rude. No! Okay, never mind, that kind of worked.
All that clanging we've been hearing coming from the
Good, I'm not too bad, thank you, my dear. Plodding on.
drenching blood on the battlefield. Oh, yes.
Bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Fucking move, motherfucker! Is someone being violently sick? No. Up. Go up. Thank you.
I think something just moved.
Will you let me pass?
Captain said to try and find out what's been making them strange noises.
Thank you.
See things.
Fucking stupid. Oops. It's nice to be back. I have missed you guys. It did go well, didn't it? Yeah. Pure skills too. Right, I could potentially try and jump onto that.
Don't let it get inside your head. Stand firm and fight him.
Yeah, you fight me.
Archers are cowards. That's what
Am I gonna regret this? Probably. Fuffwodo! Jump, motherfucker, jump. Is this where I'm meant to be? No, higher. Fine.
The ground broke loose and now someone's gotta go get it back. Well, I'm not doing it. I've got better things to do.
How? I mean, I shouldn't question it, but like, what? Tars, the knife has arrived. Right. Activate Grubeck when you're ready to fight. First, I do this. Accidentally kind of kill my dude. In, when you're ready. Thank you. Fuck. Fuck. Panda. Oh no, I stabbed my own person.
Well, you behind this, I wonder? Hoping to take advantage, no doubt.
I wasn't expecting that voice. No, you're not. No, you're fucking not, motherfucker. No. No. You don't get to do that shit. Fucking come here. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Oh, fuck, it doesn't matter. Move. Move. Oh shit. Oh shit. Fuck off. Yeah! Hi, Wellshoot! How you doing? Sorry I wasn't immediately chatty. I got you.
stick and twist it!
You!
I fight for the Dark Lord.
Oh no.
You shall fight for me. This is my dominion. I am the strongest war chief in all of Mordor.
Yeah!
Lead my army over a field of broken skulls.
How you doing?
Stand behind me, or let my blade meet your neck.
I have a duty to my community.
Thank you for the biddies. I just realised that cost biddies. Thank you. I'm good, thank you. Thank you very much. It's very dashing, isn't it? Just all pip pip and all that. Now that is not acceptable that did not work, so we will be doing this again. Oh yeah. Come on. It was the pip pip. Ooh.
Oh, fuck, scared the shit out of me.
I just shot this Alan off because he started shooting him like who the fuck's here?
It was a fair.
Hey, you're the one.
I get the feeling everyone got a shock there. What do you think? Oh. I also need to consume some beverage. One is fucking thirsty. One has cold coffee. I'm very jumpy. Thank you so much. You are welcome. I am also jumpy. Which is not good when you have a spinal issue because you'll be like, ah, ah, every time. Okay. Flack the Runt. Okay, that's a name. Right, so that... Oh, he's right near me. Oh, is he the one that ran? No, he's not the one that ran away. I thought he was the one that ran away. I could only imagine. I mean, it's funny. What makes it worse is I'm one of those that when I get hurt, I laugh. And when you laugh, when you've got like the... I know I'm not the only person that has back pain. So I'm not the only person that'll know this one. But you know when you get stuck in the laugh, but the laugh is causing a spasm. So you hurt more, so you laugh more, so you spasm more. It's just a vicious cycle, really. Fucking hilarious for everyone outside of the cycle. Kind of hilarious for you when you're in it. But not as much as you'd think. My headphone thing keeps falling out. Anyway, I'll stop whinging. Right. We have upgradables. We have an upgrade point. What is this? I'll never hit that. Striking enemies with a glowing sword deals double damage. Well, I tend to, as soon as the sword starts glowing, I tend to be like, pew, motherfucker. Where's that double finisher? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Nope. Nope. That could work. Oh, is that it? Nope, we just read that one. Nope. That one. Can we get any more abilities? Can we? Fuck, okay, let's go.
Queen Marwen's plan has given us great strength.
Strength should not be squandered.
So are you all having a wonderful evening?
Show us how.
I hope
Marwen's
everyone's having a
strategy
wonderful
yields great
evening.
results. An army of our own to face darkness head on.
A mirror looking upon itself, ready to be cracked.
We should return to Marwen. She will have more for us.
Well, I'm glad I got that before we fucked off.
Together we can be invincible.
The Dark Lords are still weak.
Our army can destroy him.
Mother!
Is she trying to steal my ghost, man? Damn straight. That's my ghosty boy. Bitch.
Are you alright?
I'm sure she's dead. Oh, actually, yep, she looks better. Okay, fine, you win. Well played.
I am now that I can finally see you.
I may have had a sarcastic
child.
retort ready. Killing me, Buzz, but whatever.
He's been under the spell of a very powerful wizard.
Talion, I am sorry. Saruman brought you here against my will. I went to him for help. I ended up being a prisoner within my own body.
It's always fucking Saruman.
I have seen Sauron's servants. The tower. And the Black Hand. They bring much suffering. If you wish to know where they are across the Sea of Nurnen.
Their forces. How strong?
Probably, like, quite a bit, yep.
Strong enough to defeat us all.
Yeah.
Then we truly will need an army.
I suppose I'll go kick some bottom then.
Rest, Mother. I will make preparations for our journey out of Mordor.
Spiffing. Honest to God, it's always Saruman. He's a dick.
Saruman is one of the Istari. With the power of the ring, he could have built a great army to challenge the Dark Lord.
And that's what we must do.
Nope, wrong button.
The one garrison does not an army make.
Yes. We must dominate more war chiefs for a true army.
I bet. So, what's next? We have... Well, that's ours. We need to make different ones. I need to get rid of the friggin' bodyguards first. Right, so he's over there. Need to get more intel. Okay. Oh! He's a bodyguard. Okay. No problem, my lovely. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. What's this one? It says immune to poison, right? I'm pretty fucking sure I get poisoned. I'm not going to change that. I quite like what I've got on there. I'm just getting rid of that. Okie doodle. So technically I want to travel... Nyah. Nyah. And then we're gonna go... I kind of want to go around and get all the towers. Oh, who are you?
Ishtra.
You'll do. You okay, mate? Jesus Christ. Fucking. It's all I can hear. Right, he's through a wall, but I can scared up that motherfucker. Hello, bitch. Oh, he's got poison weapon.
For a pink skin to live, however long it takes.
Well, that's a bit rude.
No idea of my skill, Raker.
Okay, not yet. Fine, fine, fine. Woo. No, you're not. No, no.
I'll kill you next time, you filth.
Fucking come here.
Got him here.
Oh no, I'll kill him if I do that. Doesn't matter, it's fine. How many fucking bodyguards does he need? Jesus. It's a bit excessive, isn't it? Watching and waiting in the shadows. He looks like someone that waits in the shadows, to be fair. Just saying. Panda. Pop. Oh, he didn't pop. Yeah, as it was. Any other red ones? Nope. Nope. There's a fire there, though. Really? We're gonna get stuck there. Of all the places to get stuck. Still can't reach the fire there, bollocks.
Want to kill this girl?
Should just go like rain havoc in here.
And if we got up high, we could jump down on the Green Walker and split him wide open. Ah!
Oh.
Mugrish.
Mugrish.
Let's go say hi.
So cool. Dun, 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 dun. Right, now I know this ain't gonna go how I want it to go. So, let this thing out first.
You! My shield edge in your face. My spit in your eye. My blade in your gizzard.
He looks like a fish. Just saying. I was gonna say we're not gonna jump out of him.
You ever been in a scrap before? Get it! I think not.
Oh, I think so. Oh, well, no information out of him then. Or him. Who the fuck? Oh. That's disturbing as fuck. Disturbing as fuck. Excuse me. No, not what I wanted. I fucking hate these ones with the fucking spears. So as long as I keep stabbing him.
Stay put!
That'll do it. I'll eventually get intel. Honest. Maybes. Really? Really? Panda. Boop. I'm not sneaking. Not right now. Oh! That was cheap. Boop. Look, there's been a bit of a misunderstanding, right? Oh, who are you? Ah, okay. Dun, 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 that nearly hit me.
Tell us again about how you killed that range of filth. Shut your face! I ain't giving you the satisfaction. If you killed him, how come he killed a bunch of us just yesterday? Cause he's a ghost. You kill him and he just comes back.
Oh. Right, where is he? Over there. Okay. Oh, he's a good watcher, isn't he? Gone. Right, so you need out. You need out. Oh, there's not one in there. I knew that. Can you just thank you, good man. Right, is he gonna run away or not? I do believe I was gonna say I hit fucking detonate, thank you.
I've been dreaming up ways to cut you down. Allow me to show you a few.
Okay. I'm listening. Whee! Yes, if you could kindly fuck off, that would be wonderful.
Not a chance, Ranger! You'll say...
Oh, I didn't mean to do it on him, for fuck's sake. So I'm not very good at the interrogating stuff. Not bad at the killing bit, though. So, you know, it's a bit of a win. Oh! Hello. I have no elf shots. Of course I don't. Let's go say hi.
Me? And
Hello. Harsh bone
I'll
snapper.
give you that, and so much more.
It's like Voldemort with hair.
Bloody well hurt me! You think I forgot that one? Watch out! He's grabbing for you!
Who's he? Malmoog the Claw. Okay, okay. Kill. Band up. Up. Oh, snap. Yeah, you better run. I'm scary. You got that? Woo! Fear me, maggot. Ooh, not you though. You big. Panda. Pop. And get. Oh, well, that one's a bit blurry, but I killed him. Woohoo! Why would I stop moving? I mean, to be fair, all I want's me sword. All I want. Jesus crikey, Moses! I'm on a mission. Can I pick this up now? Thank you so much. Hi, Mom. How are you?
Oi, boy.
It was a mercy killing. Panda. Pop. I saw that, you sneaky little shit. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. We got to say that. I am enjoying myself. No, you didn't hear anything. Fuck off. What the fuck? Did you see that head just poke out of the floor? It says there's a said there was some arrowheads around here somewhere.
Wait.
Dun 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 dibidoo. Ooh, intel.
I see the ranger.
No, you don't.
Look up. There he is.
No, you don't. No, I'm not. A murderer. Me? No. Narug, the elder. He looks like an elder. He does. Fears his rival. Mugrish Broken Shield. Fair. That could have hit me. So could that. Whee! Up, 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 up. There we go. I don't want to be down there. Oh, yes I do.
Down from there! You might fall! Don't get hurt before I've had a chance to maim you!
What was with the walk? Well, here we go. Into the thick of it. Ooh!
Nearly on top of him!
Oh, ball bags. One got too cocky. Again with the too cocky. Ah. Time to leave. Ah. I mean, you're not wrong. Although you are on the internet. Right, I need to find a plant and then I'll come back.
The leader of those escaped slaves will need her dead first. She's growing too strong.
Plant.
Get that slide!
Oh, excuse me. Right, back this way. Now we are on full health. Da, 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 da.
Since I'm the one with the barrel of grog and a slave to gnaw on, I'd say I'm on that old day.
One down.
Blasted
Damn it! Fine.
time to sack!
Ow, ow, ow. Rude. Really? Well, if we can, thank you. Jesus. One sec, I'll be right with you. Can I remove that? Yes, I can. Ta-da!
Shatter his knee! Break his bones! Break his skull!
I like how he's just telling all these other people to hit me.
I'm almost within arm's reach!
Not a problem. Don't you dare.
We'll be together again, man thing! When the time is right!
Aye, now. Fucker. Yay, he died on the ladders anyway. Woo! 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 Crikey. Please be scared of me and leave me alone. I would very much appreciate it if you fucked off. Just saying. I'm gonna die now. Woo! Yep, I died. God damn.
Your scup's gotta be worth a promotion.
I'll get you, Brog. I'll get you. Thank you.
You are watching a master at work.
Yeah, you are. Oh, well. That made my life easier. Pigug. Oh, man, stop making him big and hard. That's just unfair. Right, so he's a bodyguard to him. He's a bodyguard to him. Do we have any more bodyguards? He's a bodyguard to him. Okay.
Queen Marwen was possessed. That wizard was using her to get to you. Using her to build an army within Mordor.
Sauron and Saruman both pursue the power of the Ringmaker. There can be only one Lord of the Rings.
It is. Right. I don't want to go for them yet. I do want to get that. It'll wait though. It'll still be there. I want to get this and then I'll try for that. Indeed. I mean, some of them have teeth, they just blick. It is. So if I can avoid that, that would be wunderbar. Don't mind me. Oh, Caragor fights. Fabulous. Still don't mind me. Nothing to see here. Watchers landing. Oh, who's that?
Noruk.
Oh, okay.
Die, scum! You!
Hello, how are you? Welcome in.
Blood flows freely. You won't break my guard that way. Try that.
Oh, don't.
Is flawed. Fall back.
Good, I'm glad you're good. I'm not doing too bad, thank you very much. Right. Where is this tower? Further this way. Ooh. Don't mind me.
They're good at mid-range fighting, not too close.
Was that another red? No, it's a shield. Oops.
Wait! If we kill him, I'll smell something.
I am indeed.
I'll kill you!
There were a dozen more of us and we fled the camp. Please, can you go back and save the others? Thank you.
Are you a PlayStation 5 player yourself? Right, let's get this. There
A
we
fortification
go.
of my house, made in stones of memory.
We're going to have ads in 40 seconds-ish, and when we do, I am going to take that time to stand up and stretch my legs, because they're needed. Oh, very nice. Do you play this? Or what kind of games do you play? I do at the minute, yes, 10 seconds till ads. I do play it a lot at the minute because it was our community chosen game. Night night, Frog Mama. Love you lots. Hope you sleep well. Right, ads are coming up, guys. So, I am going to be right back screen and quickly stretch my legs while everybody else has their ads. I will not be long. See you shortly. Fireball. Catchy. Right. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for sticking around through the ads. If you did... A challenge to raid your fort. How on earth do I do that? I didn't even know it was a thing you could do on here. Right, let's have a look. Oh, hang on. I'm missing something. There we go. The armrest. Right. Are you on Shadow of War? No, this is Shadow of Mordor. I haven't got Shadow of War yet. Oh no, what you mean? I can't shoot it? Terrible. I have got it set to Shadow of Mordor, haven't I? Oh gosh, now I'm like, oh. I do, thank God. Whew, I was panicking. So you can raid each other's games on Shadow of War. That's pretty damn cool. Something I will most definitely have to look into. You didn't see shit.
I don't like the sound of that.
I don't care of the risks. It's for the well-being of the Queen.
Yeah.
Attacking the camp would be ill-advised.
Yeah, it
He's
would.
on our side. I have no choice, Talion. I need my mother's elixir.
Even the stranger says this is a fool's errand.
I know who she reminds you of, Talion. She is of this world. You are not.
Enough! We attack as planned.
I will take care of the orcs.
We could follow behind unseen.
We get the medicine, and we leave.
Oh, this sounds like some serious music. I love her hair.
The White Wizard has taken his toll on the
Clear
Queen.
all 3 search
Only in
areas
stealth can we clear
without
the path so
triggering the
Thorian
alarm.
and the men may find the elixir.
Emotion fogs your way. Risk without reward is recklessness.
This medicine will clear the Queen's mind and lead to answers of your past.
Then may truth justify our alliance with these people.
Zumug, the Grim. Angry that other Uruk are so weak and pathetic. Harsh but fair. Oh shit.
What was that?
Nothing.
You're always so jumpy.
Right. Release the puppy. See what happens. Oh no, they set on fire. Oh no. Shame.
I'm killing.
No, it's not.
They must know that she will risk everything to protect their queen.
She knows without the keystone, the arch will fall.
What am I meant to be doing? Was there not something I was meant to find there?
I can't believe he killed her. Mocks us all. Make him pay, I say. Bet if we got up high, we could jump down on the Grave Walker and split him wide open.
Bet you could, yeah. Bet you could.
Looks like you need to sharpen your blade. And must have pulled a quick one on you.
Oh, wasn't meant to do that. No, no. Oh, well, now I've done it.
What was that?
Who is that?
Back to work. I think something just moved. There's been a murder. Set him off with a single shot, and now there's bits of Uruk flesh spread all over the place.
Must be sneaky.
I swear there was more food earlier. Someone here must have taken it. Tricks. I reckon when the captain finds out, he'll cut up in their belly and take the food back for himself.
Head up onto the top.
With the wind. These days he's gonna magically appear, and I'll be right there waiting for him with my axe raised.
I am sure he will. Total faith in that individual. Right.
I was thinking I should get the blacksmith to make big spikes I can put all over my head and back, just in case the ranger tries jumping me.
Dude's got some issues. Understandable issues though, because I do kill a lot of people. Things.
When a Caragor can do it in our stead. Athariel's drive is infectious. I can see why men follow her conviction.
I think someone has a crush. Right, have I cleared this area? I'm gonna say so. What's the... Hi! Thank you very much! How are you?
Show me your metal.
How are you doing? Ow. Nervous about the tribesmen. They don't know when to give up. True. I'm good doing a professional training all day. I have you tabbed and will be lurking. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I hope... Excuse me. I hope training isn't too much of a drag. And that it's actually, like, interesting and fun. I also have to run a crazy amount of errands. Oh, so you are busy today. I appreciate the lurk, though. Thank you very, very much.
I am rather fond of you. I have that effect on the ladies. Daunting.
Because they'll still have ghouls and crowds to deal with.
Ladies just ignore me and run.
Opens his gob and everyone
Don't be
stops and
silly.
listens. That's because they're all afraid of what he'll do to them if they don't. Best way to lead.
Right.
Fear and respect works better than...
That one needs killing. Now, how do I freak these buggers out?
Barrel of grog and a slave. That's what the captain said.
Lugar.
Throws weapons which return to him. That sounds horrible. Well, rather. Did that hit any of them?
Must be going down the grog.
Wait. I smell something.
Get an eye on it, Glob.
A corpse.
I'm gonna trigger the alarm.
Let's draw and quarter this task. And where is you? My playtime will be agony for you now.
Guaranteed I'm gonna trigger the alarm.
Someone like a song? None of that.
Alright, one down. The alarm is about to get triggered though. Yeah. Oh!
Did you find what you needed?
Yes.
Oh,
Take
get
this to the
in!
Queen immediately.
I genuinely thought I'd failed that.
Let's hope that it heals your mother.
We found this message. Orc leaders plan a gathering by the fishing village. We can prepare an ambush. I owe you a great thanks.
I'm glad to be of assistance.
I love her hair.
We're lucky to have you.
These are not your people, Talion. Remember your wife and son.
What a cough block.
Yes. Every moment is precious.
Woohoo!
Lothariel's strength shines through her
Nice.
leadership.
It's reflected in the eyes of her people with respect rather than fear.
Next. I can't attack him. Be free, puppy! Oh. I think the puppy's just gone and killed a slave. Oops. Right. Next mission. Oh, is there a tower in there? Right, we need to defeat War Chief bodyguards. What's this? Big game. Dwarf claims an old location of an artifact of Celebrimbor. Ooh, okay. I will get this on the way. Well, no, I'll get that and then go do that. Yes.
You understand? You were so hungry. Is it a crime to try and feed your family?
Yes, yes,
You
it
must
is.
help.
Who must help? My puppy. Be free, puppy. Right. go. Everyone still having a good night? Hope everyone have a good time. Don't know how to say it like that, but I did. So you're welcome. Up.
Stop the slave! Die! Did I just hear something?
I can get intel from you. Intel on strengths and weaknesses are all known. Okay, I knew that. Ranged, I love it when they can be killed by ranged attacks. It just makes me so much happier. Right, this way. Ah, that over there, okay. Is that my puppy? No, that's not my puppy, okay. Thought they were attacking my puppy there. I was gonna be like, bitch! Whee! Whoosh! Ran too fast for me on good there. Yeah,
Someone's sneaking about.
yes, me. What the fuck is that? Oh. You might want to run. No, no, you're just gonna sit there. Okay. Whatever.
Dark Lord, aground!
You really want to run, guys? Oh my goodness. Ooh, can't see me. John Cena. Oh, 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 it's there. Up there, okay. Don't mind me. Right, lime. Oh no. Excuse me. And tower. Right.
Mordor takes
I was gonna say, where'd it go? There it is. Dwarf claims an old location marked for Celebrimbo. Let's go and see if he's full of shit. Ow. yeah. Yeet. Right, will it let me use this? Yes. Whee! Yoop. Wow, they're blind as fuck. Oh. Allez. Pop. You will also tell me what I want to know. Cause I fucking said so. Lugdash, the Choker. Obsessed with becoming the most powerful captain in Sauron's army. Okay. Da 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 da. Right, we now have one
Them
more.
slave masters at the mines need to work their soft skins harder.
No, we don't. Oh, he's over there. Right, where am I going? Over there. Okay. Need one of these plants down here or up there. It's up. Right. There it is. Pick up. I mean, while I'm here, I won't go out my way to get them while I'm on stream. I'll go off. I'll go off stream for that. The collectible stuff. That's vile. Of course, that's where it is.
I speak with the mouth of Sauron.
Oh, that's nice.
Second Dark Lord of this Middle Earth. Our will is his will. Mordor is ours, and fairly won. You will take this message from Sauron back to your Spider Queen Shelob.
No.
The last daughter of Ungoliant.
No.
Your eggs will not be allowed to hatch in Mordor.
Good.
Your children will no longer prey on the Morgul flies. You will depart this realm, abandon your nests in Nan Ungol. You have grown fat on our generosity. We have fed you as we would a pet, allowed you to run unfettered. This ends now. Our union as it was has ended. Our will is irresistible. We have spoken.
I can't say I'm sad about the fact that they have not allowed spiders to roam freely. Not sad at all about that. It's like, oh, shame. Ding ding. Right. Now I've got that.
Every creature here seems to live to slaughter every other.
And every one of them will learn to fear us above all.
Fuck yeah. Wait. There we go. Oh, you survived. Not for long. Panda pop. What? Really? Dude. Who's this one? Gunza. Stalking his target from the shadows, waiting for the right time to strike. Not a couple of them in me time. Okay. That's you dealt with. Is there a plant? Yep. Because I need some help. Right, and then the thing we want is... Okay.
I'm ready for some proper action. Something just moved over there. Go!
Me, I did.
I see the ranger. Get behind him.
And just like that. Oh, that sounded wonderful. Right, so it says there's intel. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Right, so I want his strengths and weaknesses. Skog the Black. Stealth finishers, fabulous. That's what we like to read. That's what I thought. Okay, so we're gonna have to do something on a Caligor, aren't we? I'm not very good at Caligor stuff. Aw.
Shouldn't see me. Shouldn't hear me. It's a clean kill.
Fair.
And none of it is going to go to waste.
Okay, fair.
What's your name, Ranger?
Italian.
What were you? A lieutenant?
No, actually, I was a captain.
Oh, my mistake. We have a captain in our midst.
I like him.
Well, better look sharp, eh? Captain's coming. Better sharpen the swords, eh? And make sure our boots are nice and shiny.
He has teeth a bit like a shark.
So tell me, Captain, have you ever hunted a Graug?
Why would I do that?
Graug has what you promised me.
Aye. Not
Fabulous.
Just any Graug.
Of course it's not.
The largest one I ever came across.
Uh-huh. Yay, me.
I should do just fine. I've been trained very well.
That dog, Silver, was trained very well. That was before she got eaten by a warg. The hunt is not about rules, my captain. We're not going to line up and have someone play with our lives. It's about instinct, and it's about guts.
That was a bit fourth wall-y, wasn't it?
Which, as you can see, I know a thing or two about. You want basics on the hunt? Follow me.
I like him.
The hunt is its own beast, one you must learn to tame. First lesson of Caragor hunting. Do not die.
What do we
Good
need them
rule.
for?
We ride them. A worthy mount for a dangerous hunt. Now, these beasts will not be impressed by your rank. All flesh tastes the same to them. Once you go on the hunt, Captain, you'll come out a changed man. Hopefully for the better, but you never know. When I was hunting wargs, I picked up their ways quickly. But Caragors, well, those bastards are a tougher
Is that a swamp?
Took me nearly a year to figure them out.
I don't. Ugh.
Caragors.
I like when
Buggers
swamp.
hate water. I once tried to ride one through a river, and she hightailed it up a cliffside with me on its back. Amazing what they'll do to avoid a good cleaning, eh? The hunt is my mistress. Beautiful, thrilling, infectious. And she doesn't nag, like my wife.
I still like him.
Oh, you haven't lived until you've been on the hunt, Captain. The very air smells different. Like triumph. Ranger, over here!
That one over there looks quite aggressive.
Don't even try creeping up on a Caragor. It'll catch your scent a mile away.
What do you propose then?
Why don't you hop in and introduce yourself? Ask it for a ride.
You've gained an ability to counter its leap. Oh! I'm gonna die now. Let's go.
When a Caragor charges, you have two options. Knock the bastard down, or eat
Oh.
dirt. If the Caragor draws blood, you're doing it right. If it kills you, well, you did it wrong.
Right, will you press the right button, please? For the love of God, you silly, silly female. Oh, that was the button!
If the Caragor draws blood, you're doing it right.
Well, I got there in the end.
Well, you did it wrong.
I like his training, though. If it killed you, you did it wrong. Oh, yeah, he's straight on that big bugger, isn't he? No bother. Hang on, may I please get a plan? Oh, I'm naturally shite. Gee! Hello, how are you?
You're failing at tracking.
He's looking at me. Not sure I like it. Oh, that's a skull.
Brilliant clip, whoever clipped that. Fabulous, well done. And that was G's introduction to Elden Ring. So how are you? Good, thanks. Finally got rid of my headaches. Good. Very good. Whee!
Keep up, will ya? Unless you're getting cold feet.
Oops. I'm trying to get on the back of it.
You didn't fare too bad back there. Where'd you get your training?
I'm good, thank you. You missed my
hail from the
moustache.
Black Gate.
I had to take it off because it was itchy.
Nice place. Let's find some Uruks. Now that you tame the beast, let's see if it'll fight for you. Hunting orcs! A great way to unwind! I bet I can take down more than you, Ranger! Knock him over!
Oh, good. Oh, I have to hold it. Okay. I don't like using Caragor.
see now, Captain? Even the fiercest beast can be used for good.
You been hunting in Nurnen for long, dwarf?
For years and years.
I'm not. I don't like the cargo cat. I'd rather just like
Doom slowly sweeps over it.
kill it.
Like much of Mordor.
Not the
Yes.
puppy. I'd rather just jump
Doom
off.
does add a spice to the hunt.
Get your swords and axes ready.
Sure, you can ride a cat, but can you shoot from one?
What was that?
You take him up high. Leave the ground dogs to me. The world was young, the mountains green. No stain
I do like
yet
this
on
one.
the moon was
He is
seen.
good.
Yards were laid and streams stood. When Jur and Wolf walked alone.
Where is it? Where is it? There it is.
He drank from yet untasted wells. Looked at Mirror and saw a crown of stars appear. Above the shadows of his head.
I can't see another one. Can I detonate that from here? Nope. Yep.
Let's take on a fresh batch. We'll find another camp. Put you to a final test. Fight him however you like.
Oh, running short on lessons?
Running long on lip. You'll need to think on your feet. When we face the Graug, can't always look to me for help. The hunt is about discipline. Training yourself to see the perfect moment, rather than being told it. I once tracked a grey eagle back to her
I wonder,
nest.
do I have to stay on top of the cargo? Because honestly, I'd rather just
Even
jump off.
before they toss me to the rocks below.
They were good warriors, all of them. One of them was a berserker.
Orc hunting party. Let's hunt them bastards for a change.
Does it count? Yeah! It counts! Fabulous! No! Really? Really? While I'm here. I like the new stuff you've put up, G. It looks very cool. I like it. Nope, that's what I want to do. Ah, don't kill the puppy. God damn. I think I won. Stop before he gets reinforced. Oh shit, I'm miles away, man.
He was looking at us.
Torvin is too quiet. Something must be wrong.
Oh dear.
Go to him, Talion.
Don't be killing my dwarf, man. I like him.
Perhaps we should track the hunter.
There he is.
You make a nice meal, dwarf.
Torvin needs help.
Where the fuck are you going?
Kill his
Yeah, I think Puppy has that
Just
done.
so you know,
Where the fuck?
What does riding Caragors have to do with killing Graugs?
All these questions, Captain. Well, you were supposed to follow orders.
You are testing my patience, Torvin.
Pay attention. Learn to respect the beast. You're gonna need size and strength to fight the mighty Graug. Remember, on the hunt, respect is earned. Who knows? It'll even call you sir, eh?
I like him. That was a good intro to a character.
This dwarf is far from home.
Not all those who wander are lost.
So white ones and yellow ones. Right, Caragor. That's the next one there. Okie dokie. Let us depart. I'ma just leave the puppy to wander. Up. Especially considering I'm walking in the wrong direction. Ooh. Oh, bugger it. What on earth? Yeah, no, I'm out. Sorry, puppy. You're doomed. Oh, wow. They like, killed my puppy. Leave me alone. Yeah, go fight them. There you go, see? Everybody's happy. Leave me alone. That is not leave me alone. That is continuing your bullshit. Boop. Oh. Oh well, I'll try to get its attention. While they do their thing. Ow.
Hope you're not put off by my wee scars.
Oh, not at all. I actually have a few of my own.
Oh, I'll bet. What type of battle scars did you get from the Black Gate, eh? Splinters? Oh, or did you scar your voice telling your soldiers to head into battle?
Tread lightly. My scars run very deep.
Huh. The mighty Graug. He gave me these. And he also took my hunting partner.
Oh dear.
So, what now?
Well, another lesson for you, my captain. Maybe you'll even come out of this one unscarred.
So, what backward lesson do you have planned this time, eh? Shooting Crebain to prepare us for the mighty Graug?
You want to hunt Graug? Then so you shall. But not just any Graug. This is a rare one. It's territorial. Strong enough to claim land as its own. And you and me, we're trespassing.
Oh.
Tell me, Captain. You ever slay a Graug before?
Today will be the first of many.
Now you're talking like a hunter. I've got a feeling in my gut you may survive this, Captain.
Well, since that's the largest part of you, I like those odds. So I assume you have a plan to kill this Graug?
I do, Captain. And since you're so good at taking orders, I'll tell you how, step by step. Step
Welcome
one,
back.
When he's crunching on an Uruk,
I'm pretty sure
sneak
my
up behind
microphone's
the giant
picking up my
beast
head.
and bleed the
The sound
bastard's
coming out
ankle.
my headphones.
But why not his throat?
There is one place Graugs aren't covered in spiky scales. They don't call a weakness a Graug's heel for nothing.
You want me to sidle up to this beast?
If you can manage it without being crushed, yes.
Is he insane?
There it goes. What a fine, fine specimen.
And it'll meet a fine end.
Just let it go. It's fine. Be like Elsa. To bleed it. Bleeding it'll cause massive damage. I mean, fucking yes. I don't want to do this. I really don't want to. I don't really hear anything double, so maybe not. It's just showing up, like, if I don't say anything. It's really slight, but it's showing up on me, audio mixer. That's picking up some of the... Well, I was just about to say, I do believe I was spotted. So let's not do that then.
There it goes. What a fine, fine specimen.
And it'll meet a fine end.
Get up.
I've got to pierce its ankle if I want to bleed it.
I've got to fucking somehow sneak up on it, man, you daft individual. I'm gonna die.
Jump on one before she jumps on you. Your
No.
speed will now match the Grau's. Get her to chase you. I'll be waiting.
That will be quite a ride. I need a Caragor for speed.
Yes, I fucking know, I heard. No, maybe not. Not that one. Maybe this one over here. Right, run, bitch.
Shoot him in the head.
Sounds
Oh.
easy enough.
It does.
Right, her cabin.
Didn't miss. Good. Missed that one though. Ah! I'm glad I kept my cool. I'm shooting it in the head.
I've got to lead this
Oh.
Grog to Torvin.
Well, can we thank you? Hey, Beastie.
Hey, you! I've slain bigger Graugs when I was a wee boy and my beard was only 3 inches long. Step 3. Shoot it in the head.
Shot it. Excuse me. Oh, fucking course the dwarf's gonna do that.
What's step 4? It should be dead. You must have done it wrong. I'm following your orders. Well, that's your problem. Think for yourself.
No. Gain the ability to mount a stunned Grog. Approach. Press R1. You can also... Oh, God.
I have an idea. What are you doing? You can't find a ground.
Who fucking can't? Going to die. Oh!
Now that's a hunter.
I did a thing! Oh my god. You can eat to regen. Wow. Well, let's fucking go, bitches! Roar! Fee, fi, fo, fum.
You did it! I knew you would! I just knew you would!
Eat one, eat one, eat one. That's amazing. Stomp! Stompy stomps! Billy Elliot! I think I just killed my puppy.
Your life ends with the sting of my blade.
Thank you, Salva, darling.
I say, it's a wee bit unusual to ride a Grog.
Nothing like a little improvising, eh?
All right, Captain. That's it. You showed instinct, gumption, respect. Training's over. Got guts. Let's go spill some, eh?
We did a thing! Which I was not expecting to be able to do.
The 7 rings of power
My
did not
goodness.
turn the dwarf kings to wraiths, as the 9 rings did to man. They are as stubborn as stone and cannot be dominated by evil.
I should have.
That is why Sauron has sworn to
I was meant to
destroy
do it earlier. Like, while I had the week off. I just keep forgetting. Because I'm really good like that. Right. Ready to face these past? Well, at least one of us is, because some of us aren't. I kind of want to get this tower because it's one of the only ones I don't have. So I'm going to. Yay, trauma! We have ads in 1 minute. Again, during this ad break, I am going to take that time to stand. Because, ouch. Right, collect plant, cause dying. Right, we're quite far away from that. Yes, we are. That's a bit closer, so we'll fast travel here. And then... Right, we need to go round. Oh, look! Friend! Loop.
Wait! I smell something.
Gain intel. Intel. He looks like the smartest one of the group. Just saying. Ad starting soon. Okay, so we're gonna leave it on this screen. I'm gonna be right back screen, and I'm gonna stand the fuck up because I hurt. See you guys shortly. Welcome back, everybody. Now, where were we? Right, we need to go round. Preferably that way. Fast as fuck, boy. Da 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 dee dee da da da. The name of the person that done the animated... It should be at the bottom of my About section on here. Most of my animated emotes are done by Mango. I know that's the beginning of the name. Which one specifically? But I know in me About Me I've credited the person that did me layout and my emotes. What one are you looking for, like? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? I've also made it on the About, like on the About section in my Twitch profile, where if you just click their name, it'll send you straight to their Etsy shopping page. So you won't have to type them in into Etsy to try and find them. It'll just send you straight to their actual, like, shop. If that helps at all. Do I need a yellow one? Yellow flower, white thing. You should get some. You should get some. I do eventually intend to... I've got an artist tablet. I wouldn't be able to do animated ones because I'm not anywhere near that arty-farty yet. But I do want to try and make some, like, just plain static ones. Hi, Funky! Thank you very much for that. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh no, my TV's going to shut down. I don't want it to shut down. Here we go. How are you? Have you just got back from work? Also, Cyber, I know Mango does a lot of different animal themes. I think they may do some human ones as well. I'm not sure. But they do some cool ones. So does everybody that I've mentioned in the About Me bit. They're good peeps, they're good. Right, so we've got 2 intels. Oh, we've got another rescue. Okay, I quite like the idea of building that up, because that'll probably be quite helpful when it comes to, you know, defeating shit. Cheesy chips with curry. Ooh, very nice. Very nice, dude. It said that there was a... Oh. Bill! Did he just call me stupid?
You!
Oh.
All my lads know I'm hunting you down. They're preparing a feast
Skog.
for when I bring back your head.
Well, they're not gonna fucking have it, are they? Motherfucker. Right, kill you. Hate them. Hate them. Do that for you lot. Yep, you're welcome. Oh, did that hurt? I do apologise. Oh, have another one, dear. Ooh. Hello. Haha! Fucking take that, you bastard. And I will take this. Up, 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 up. Excuse me. Do you not see that I was busy? Yeah. I mean, yes, quite. Ooh. Yellow flower, yellow flower. Woo! That one actually made me jump a little bit. I need to get some mice and curry sauce so I can have some chips and curry now. Craghorn.
Barrel roll, Kratos! How's barrel?
Oh, I forgot I left that one on. They were special for the God of War. Fucking hell. Which we're now going to make a Sunday thing, by the way. God of War is now on Sunday. Saturday is the only day where we just do whatever we want. Whatever we want. But I forgot I left that on.
Emotional damage.
Try and think of what other new ones are on there. I know you're going to find them. Trying to remember. I think I may have made some of the sound alert ones you meant to use bitties for free as well. Don't quote me on that. Right, I was after that plant and then that stupid bugger was there. Sorry, itch eyebrow. Oh. This way, this way, this way, this way. Excuse me. Oh no, you're on fire. But I need to. So that one could be jump scare worthy as well if I'm not paying attention, because that instantly just blasts straight into my fucking lug hole. Ooh, white. I'm not being racist. I need the plant. Which is, of course, down here. It's not even white, what the fuck? Why the fuck did... That looks like a fucking Thunderdome. Why do they have a Thunderdome? Welcome to Thunderdome, bitch.
I was too far away to join the fight.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And he never got even a scratch.
First prize, motherfucker. Rude eyes, motherfucker. Hard eyes, motherfucker. I'll stop.
Cowardly Manfield.
Spook! You just call me a coward. What do you think of that? Yeah.
Your head should bring
Well, the only one I've got to gain intel about is fucking Deed. I don't give a shit about him. Who can I gain intel on? No one. The Dead. Oh well. Kill. I can't gain intel. They are dead. Oh. Never mind, I branded him. Fuck it. I think that's all of them. Yeah. I'll, 1 second. Set some, hopefully, new ones up later. Oh, I hate them ones. Chop off your head. Right. Anyway. So we're going to do this first. Free the people! Just so you're aware, the link for Softy B doesn't work. Okay, I shall fix that. Thank you very much. I wonder if they've changed the thing. Because the one that's called Softy B did have a different name when I bought the stuff. So they may have changed the name again. I don't know if that would affect the link. Well, I imagine it would affect the link. Okay. Even though I've already been here, let's go. Arrow. Oh, must be below us. Okay, fine, whatever.
I've killed a bunch of Katagor, and I'm still stuck with you, globs. The only food what's left is a grateful.
Oh, I don't think I was meant to do that. Oh well.
My God! Okay, it's happening.
Oh, hello, Mr. Maxwell.
Everyone, what's the procedure?
2 seconds and I'll come and say hi. Hi, everybody. I'm sure it comes out the rocks, you know, and not person. Thank you, Funky.
Run! Run! Oh my God!
Shit the bed. I didn't do that.
I'm sorry.
I didn't do that.
Oh my God.
How was your stream? How's it going? I'm now open on one tab on there. Raving Red Panda. So how was it? How was this stream? Was it good? Thank you for the lurk, my dear. I got my ass kicked by a penguin in a hat. Oh, well, it happens to the best of us. A penguin in a hat. Did you at least clip getting your ass whooped by a penguin in a hat? Because that sounds like a pretty damn good clip. Not gonna lie. Gonna swap back to the game screen now. Welcome in, everyone. Just in case you don't know who I am, Panda Pop RPGs. Don't play them very well, but it's okay because we're kind of funny sometimes. Trauma, right? Let's go! But I found out that I can rename pals. Ooh, try that again. Very good. What are some of the names that you have given these pals? I need to know. I will get that game. I will. I've got games up on Throne, and I've decided at the end of every month when I get paid, I'm just going to put a little chunk towards each one. Like I think I've put a tenner towards the new Dragon Age at the minute. Excuse me. I'll put a tenner towards Pal World, and so on. It's like catalogue for games. Right. Pal World, love that game. It looks awesome. Well, I didn't set the alarm off, so there's that. I named a giant chicken after the harm assist. Nice. Ah, right. I need to be over there. Oh, they're all over there. Okay.
We need a real fight, so we can show the world we
Who's that?
Lugdash.
Lugdash. I'm gonna play it now because of you. That's fair. Hi, Nikki. How are you? Do you know what I've just realised? Did I give Cyber a shouty? I did, because you jumped and shit your pants. I remember. I thought I was being neglectful there. They're like, oh, the audacity. Hi, Nikki. How are you, my loves? Oh, Nikki, you're so fun. You're so fun. You blow my mind. Hey, Nikki.
Someone's sneaking about.
You did indeed. Yeah, you did. But it was good. I was gonna say, hopefully I don't die. No, 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 no.
You know what? I'm sick of you going on about how tough you think you are.
Too bad. I'm still tougher than you. Better slave for a carnivore, and a slaver got mad.
I'm not leaving missionary at all. What are you on about, man? Sure.
The man must have been rotten, because he made the beast so sick, the slaver had to kill him.
Yeah, it is.
Only one way to live in Mordor, and that's to kill anything that's
Oh my goodness.
you. Just move.
Right, reckon me and see what happens.
Yeah, go get him. Rawr. Oh my god, they're never ending. Wait, can we I need to sort my posture out because I've just felt myself being like, eh. I bet that was so attractive. You're welcome.
Outside of the Black Gate, I heard the sun shot. Now never shakes.
Finally, I'm free.
You say that like I haven't just, like, you know. Oh, goodness gracious me. Fuck. Fuck off. Cheeky bitch. Alright, go after him. Fuck. Woohoo! Really? Really? Really?
I can eat you. I
Can you please fucking move? This fucking man. Do I have hold of the controls? Yes. Am I taking blame for any of this movement? No. He's the stupid person that won't go in the direction I want him to go in.
Ranger, help us.
What do you think I'm doing?
We're free!
Not if you keep fucking shouting. These aren't very smart slaves. I can see how they ended up in trouble.
Freedom at last. I knew if we kept trying, we would get away someday. Don't worry about us, Ranger.
Not worried. Oh, slightly worried.
It's the time! Rush it!
Oh. Pew 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 pew! Panda, pop, and stab. I haven't dodged you at all, you person. Right, duck. Oh, hey, we did a big U-turn.
Someone said that every time there's a geyser, another 1,000 ghouls come up out of the ground.
I heard they spawn from the mud whenever it rains. Either way, they're easy enough to kill, so it don't really matter.
Yeah. I'ma just go kill him. Fuck it.
Where was you earlier? Out hunting? All at once!
Oh, that one's mine. If mine would like to be useful. Oh, mine's dead. Oops. In desperation to help a mother, she's been infiltrating the Uruk stronghold. She's not returned since. Of course she hasn't. Oh, pretty.
Such a shame. If you truly know nothing, then you're of no use to me.
Oh.
When you're done with her, hang her high. Make sure the Grave Walker can find her.
He looks like fun.
Tell us where he's hiding.
Excuse me? They just call her a slag. Damn fighting words.
Now we kill you slowly, just how I like it.
I mean, that's a bit... I can't believe he just called her a fucking slag. Brand enemies without raising the alarm. Oh, I'm gonna die.
That scream was Lothariel's. We must find her quickly.
Stay quiet. Emotion will add weight to your step. It would appear all of her men have fallen.
That is why we must help her. She has no one left by her side.
I don't see how this is my problem.
I don't like the sound of that.
Alright, hang on then.
You still want to fight? I'll fight you.
Tappy tappies!
I don't care. Whatever it was, console.
Someone's sneaking about.
I never want to have to be at the Udud outpost again. Me neither. Too many strange being friends.
Aha! Right. Fine bitch face. On it. Really? 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 Where the fuck did this man learn to climb? Because, like, Jesus. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I knew that. Right, so they're all mine. Meow. Except two that are along there are not.
Maybe if we make her bleed a little, she'll start talking.
I really doubt
Down on
that.
her knees.
Spit out the truth.
I was going to say if we can.
You want the Grave Walker? Here I am!
I do not fear you. They forced me to watch as they killed
Right,
my
where am I
men,
going? Where am I going?
one after another.
Oh.
I know what you feel. We must hurry. The Uruks rally when their brethren.
Is this as fast as she fucking goes?
Plan your vengeance
Fuck.
once we have escaped.
I don't seek vengeance. I fight because it would be wrong not to.
Oh, of course.
Talion, I can no longer draw my sword.
Then I will do so in your stead.
Oh, good. Oh, not so good. Can we make our mind up if I'm moving or not, please? Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna have to do something. I really hope that wasn't one of mine. Panda. Boop.
I am but a handicap to you, Talion.
You are hurt because of me. I am the handicap to you. You have the warrior spirit. I've never met a fighter with such vigor for battle.
Really, a man his size, right?
In the face of
And he
darkness,
can't
it is
just
our duty to
lift her over the shoulder and move a little bit faster. I mean, away. Come on now. Keep taking the piss of it here. Oh, sorry.
I'm here.
Let's make haste. My leg
That was
is
mine.
broken, not my spirit. The Tower of Sauron interrogated me on your whereabouts, but I did not betray you.
Then you have proven my faith.
As you now prove mine.
Tracks like that before. Keep your eyes peeled. Relax. It just marks I bang when I dragged them slaves back to the camp.
I don't. Are you mine? Oh. Oh, that's one of mine. Well, that went well. Boop. Don't be one of mine. Thank you. Where the fuck did I put her? Oh. Nope, we can't drag her quickly. Fabulous. Who needs to drag her quickly, huh? Lovely weather.
Here, rest here.
Why are you doing this?
To stop the bleeding.
No. Why did you come back to save me?
Because the game told me I had to.
I had a family once. A wife. And a son. And I buried them along with everyone I ever knew.
Stay with us. My mother can help you.
I can't. I don't belong here.
You will be a champion to my people.
Over there.
When you walk on your own.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
Milady! Help her.
Let me help you.
You need to leave this place immediately. It's not safe.
Thank you, Ranger.
Nabosh, love. Nabosh. Oh, the smolder. Well, with that smolder, I do believe we're reaching. Yes, we're on 310. It's time to find someone to raid. I probably looked absolutely psychotic saying that. I felt psychotic.
They will not survive Mordor. They must leave or perish. The Black Hand will suffer for this.
Have I got auto captions on? I don't know. I wanted to, because I wanted it to be inclusive for people with hearing inability or disability, whichever you'd prefer. But I don't know if I've been able to find one with a good closed caption, especially with my accent, which isn't even that strong. Why is it? Is it got? Must just be my end, because it's not picking up. It's not picking up. Yeah, they don't. Raffi told us he had one that he uses, so I am going to look some up though, because I'd like to be inclusive. but I'd like to be inclusive and for it to actually say what I'm saying, which is the problem. Okay, so we'll swap on to others. Hey there, how are you? So let's find someone to raid. I like the song. Sorry. So we have... Oh, hi, Duchess. How are you doing? We're just about to raid out, but how are you? I know who we're going to raid. Oh, I've just realised my shout out volume on this is very quiet. I need to fix that. Well, I would have shit my pants if that was louder, so I suppose that was a blessing in disguise, wasn't it? Okay, so we're going to start raid. Here are the raid messages, my lovelies. As always, thank you very much for being here with me. I appreciate you greatly. I'm thoroughly enjoying this game. We will be back tomorrow with this game. Thank you for the raids, for the biddies, for the follows, for the resubs, for everything, because I appreciate you greatly. Even if none of that happened, I still appreciate you. I just want to say thanks, you know, because it's good to do. I feel like I'm digging a hole here. So yeah, we're going to go and see some Welsh dude. Say hello, show him some love. He is awesome. And I shall see you all tomorrow night. Goodbye for now.